How are you?
I'm okay. I'm surprised, but I'm okay. What about you?
Is that a blueprint? Okay,
Not
stop.
gonna lie,
It's a blueprint.
I'm pretty emotional, okay? It's an emotional ass day. A gunshot was just fired behind me. Fucking April says, sorry, kitty. And I don't really know CJ like that. So after talking to Ray, and she's just like, as soon as I saw that the deal was sealed and that this was the best outcome, like the best scenario where nobody gets hurt and it's just money involved, that she like, you know, like they were just kind of like making light of the situation, you know, instead of it being like just trying to be unserious, basically. And
Yeah. Plus.
in that moment, I'm just like, you know, I told her, I'm like, I appreciate you for begging for my life and trying to like negotiate a thing to like make sure I'm safe, but you know.
Yeah, like, and then 2 seconds later.
Yeah, but it's like Hazel has kept me alive for years from shit, you know? Like,
right.
And so I'm seeing him there begging for his life, trying to make things right, to make sure people are safe, and the other people that I care about are just kind of joking around about it. Like as though like him saying that he'll shoot me twice over is a joke, like as though my life is a joke. And
right, even if even if Kay like did say that their first reaction like no you're not gonna shoot Kitty, you know what I mean, like don't do that, like it would have been a totally different narrative if they were not backing, but it was just like, oh, like sorry Kitty, you know.
Kitty. Yeah,
what was that?
It was April, and I guess that there was like Rami dared her to ask for more and that they would split it. And that she said it would be like a win-win because then 45 goes to Mr. K and like 12.5 goes to her.
I don't see anything funny like in that situation, and we're negotiating about people's lives there. You know what I mean?
Honestly, if it was anybody else, but it's April, did you expect anything less?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I was like, you know what? Okay, fair.
I love April. I love her. I love April, bro. She's so fucking funny. April, I just love Leslie so much because she was making me laugh the most in that whole meeting. April is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
If you broke, I'm busy. She's always gonna see you trying to get a penny out of something. She really is like, I gotta leave here with something. You know what I mean?
But I know you.
Yeah. Do you?
I feel like if we barely saw you then, I feel like I'm barely gonna see you even more now. I know you're not okay. I know like things weren't resolved from that talk.
Well, no, I think, and I'll be honest, Kitty, it just seems like a common pattern where I feel like, you know, if there's, because I'm not perfect and I'm not sitting here and painting myself that I am, because I'm not. But it's one of those things where I feel like I've had conversations or issues with people that I try to make sure on my end to make it right. And then when I do feel like maybe things okay, it later turns out it not to be. And then I later find out later that it was just like, well, I just thought that we were good and okay, but I feel like we're not. And it just makes me feel like an idiot. And it's like, it's happened like again and again and again and again and again, and it makes me like, well, like what's the point in talking? And I just feel,
to be fair,
no, I'm not saying like, yeah, I'm not saying, I'm saying in a sense,
it's a game of telephone. Because I told her that you and I hugged it out, but it just hurt in that moment. Like I expressed to her why I just wanted to cry.
Yeah.
But we walked it off as, you know, you're never gonna involve me with gang shit, and
it's not that it's in a sense where she even said it for me there, like we've had the conversation like literally right up there. She said herself like, you know, what's going on with the whole key situation, and I told her like I had a rough week. I literally said to her I had a rough week. I lost everything. I've been through shit. Like it was just hell week for me, and she understood. And, you know, we talked about the whole key situation and the whole thing with you. And I just, like, I felt, like, terrible that you probably still feel some type of way. Like, I don't want to come around, you know, if she makes things awkward, you know, because I truly cared at that moment. And she convinced me that, yeah, that's understandable. This and that, just to hear about like, oh, I was just thinking about kicking you when we had that conversation. I thought, you know, to be completely fair with you, like, I was gonna kick you. You know, you should have been gone, kind of thing. Like, what kind of, like, how am I supposed to feel after that? Like, she went into the conversation completely different, and it was like, for me, it seems like she went into that conversation of having a motive, a different motive, than actually seeing if I was fucking okay. But then it's like, I hate when people use old ammunition to prove an argument that was already settled. I don't think that's fair.
I really think she should be here.
I don't want to talk to her
Just
right now.
us three.
I don't want to talk to her.
It's fair.
I left her at the graveyard.
Alive, right?
Yeah, she's still walking. I just like I feel like I go through so much and I try to do what's best and it never feels right. And I think I'm just done letting that happen. I think I'm getting a call from Chatterbox. Give me a second. Anyways, like I was saying, I just feel that a lot of the time I feel like I was going to explode one way or another, and I feel like I did at that meeting. And I'm happy that I got it out, because I think in certain things that I just let a lot of things slide and be understanding. And it's not fair for me to just roll over sometimes just to take it, when people sometimes just use a lot of things against me. I'm not saying you. I'm saying in a sense of, like, certain things against me when it's just like it's not even that. And the fact is that I have tried and tried just to, like, things to be thrown back in my face and just like a fuck you. It is so shitty to me, you know. And it's not fair when I feel like I've tried to be understanding and I get ridiculed for it. But when people are in my shoes, then they're like, oh, I understand you a little bit now. And then still, I later on, I still get a fuck you, you know? So no matter, I feel like no matter what I do, it's always gonna be a fuck you thing. And I'm kind of sick of that, honestly. I really truly am. And to be fair, towards the end of that, I was gonna, I would just be honest, I was just gonna walk out. I was just not gonna say anything. I was just gonna walk out. Cause I don't feel like, I don't know what I feel. It's just, it just doesn't feel, I just don't feel happy. I don't.
Can I be frank?
Yes, of course. I would want nothing less.
We fucking miss you. We miss you. But it feels like every time you're around us lately, I can't help but feel like we cause sadness.
Ooh.
I'm happy you found these people, but don't think as your best friend I'm not gonna be fucking jealous that they spend more time with you.
Fair.
Ray feels the same way. She misses you. So naturally, the new people that you spend your time with, she's jealous of them. She straight up told me, she's like, I'm a fucking jealous bitch. She's like, I'm so jealous that everybody has other groups, they have keys to other houses, and I'm here being left behind.
I don't see how that is, because she hangs out with the clowns all the time now. It's like she's just...
Hang out I've spent time with them. You can bridge the gap and bring your family with us, but it's so separate and it's so...
I've tried. I've literally tried. She's literally came with me with my gang to do roof run and stuff and other stuff. She's been around them. She even like mentioned in passing like she
wants more. She'll tell you that. She's even what about what I want? That. She's like, she wants me. She's like, I'm sorry, babe, but you're amazing. You're fun to be around. You're fun to be around, and people want more of you. They want more of you. Good, the bad. They want, like, we want you. Like, you know, remember when I used to call you every time I wake up?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to call you because I don't want to bother you.
Yeah, I think the thing is...
So when you call me, I'm so excited. I'm so excited when you call me, and I'm like, oh my god, she has time. Like, but I'm also afraid that you're in gang shit. I don't want to get you caught up in shit. I don't want to make you choose to hang out with your gang. But unfortunately, you're in a gang now, and we were so used to Gigi not in a gang, where when we wake up, we can be together all day and plan some dumb shit. but that's changed.
I mean, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it has changed, but at the same time, Kitty, I can sit here and say that that distance wasn't my choice.
That distance is something that you created because you didn't want to be caught in between the drama between both families, and I understand that.
It
Trust me, I
wasn't
get
even
that.
being. It was just constant, like, even fighting, like, with certain people in the house kind of thing, where he kept bumping heads. It was just like, okay, well, I don't want to be in a situation or a space where I have to feel that no matter what I do, something's wrong. I don't want to feel that way. So what best did I do?
Trust our friendship
Distance
enough
myself
to like have like things
but yeah,
go
you can
wrong
sit here
that
and
will be
say that,
fine.
Kitty, but it's like actions do show as well too, you know? It's not just that. You can sit here and tell me, yeah, I miss you, I want to spend time with you, but action shows too. It's not just you, because I'm gonna be honest, Kitty, I 100% do believe you, but other people in the house, I have not heard from either. The phone works both ways, just as actions do.
Yeah,
So that's not
fair.
all on me.
Honestly, that's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I feel like there's been so much going through with me, and I haven't had a grasp on it. And it's not necessarily like I just always want to hang out with my gang just because. I think it's just one of those things where it's just like, I feel like I don't have to like fight all the time. You know, like really like fight. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't like fighting with any of you guys because I love you guys to death. I really fucking do. I always have. I've never stopped. But if I feel like somebody's being hurt, or, you know, I would rather give a distance and care from afar than be in a situation where it's just, there's nothing getting to nobody. Like, why would I stay in close quarters of that? That's not fair to me. It's not fair to how I feel. And it's just like, you know, it's not just, it's just certain people, like, I still don't, you know, that's the first I still would love to even be close. Like I said, I told you this, like, understand April, like, truly as a person. I don't even really understand Max truly as a person. I feel like at the beginning, like, me and Max were getting there, and then all the shit went left. And I don't really know Max like that. Like, I'll speak to him and get his, like, opinion about things, but I feel like certain things in the house, it just doesn't feel how it used to feel in the very beginning. It doesn't. And sometimes maybe it's just best, like, certain things are just not how they, like, are going to be. Like, a lot of things change over the time, Kitty, that I'm starting to fucking realize not every person's going to be the same by tomorrow. Like, people will just wake up and just change. And that's the control that we just don't have over people that I have to understand. You said something in the mail, like, you know, about the old Gigi.
Yeah, because you are so much like Raymond. You are volatile. Like, you speak your fucking mind. You call shit out when it's wrong. And
I don't speak my mind all the time. I don't do that.
You feel so, like, I feel like now you hold back because you're afraid to say too much and to hear the reaction if you were to truly speak your mind.
Yeah, because I feel like no matter what I do, it's just not. I feel like I wrote this once. I feel like sometimes at the time, right, when I was, like, feel like close, I feel like at the time when there was a lot of issues and everything hit the fan, I feel like my happiness was causing a lot of people pain. So a lot of the time I just hid it, you know, because what better way just to distance and hide that way you're not causing, you know, other people that you care about, like, pain. Like, I don't know if my happiness is bringing misery to others.
That's a really good line. Gigi's a closed book and
Happiness
is an open book.
I think it was just certain members of your gang.
Mm-hmm.
And we just never had a meeting about what do we do now, you know, like, what do we do when these things arise, like, you know, when these things happen.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you guys are so much allowed to have whatever, feel the way you want to feel like with certain people, because let's be honest, not everyone's not gonna get along, not everyone's gonna like each other. That's given.
Yeah, I
you
mean, I
know.
love some of your members. Like, I freaking, like, some of your members, like, I've known from way back, and they're just sweetie pies in my eyes. You know, they could do no wrong.
Yeah, and there's
In fact, some of your members would try to toe shit and be like, "Oh, it's Kitty. Never mind, she's good."
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Some of them I don't know them, and it's
Yeah.
also not fair for me to expect, like, just because I'm your roommate or your bestie, that they would know that. You know, like, and I get that.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you know, but I also get that it's just gang shit.
About that.
Yeah. No, you don't like SK, and that's fine. Which is totally understandable. I don't think he likes you either.
I actually liked him up until that moment, and just for not even at least attempting to apologize, even you know, like, even being like, I see where you're coming from. This is where I'm coming from. Like, not even that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
Because before that, he was funny. Like, he was even like mocking you and be like, "Oh, hold on, let me do my version. Oh my god, Kitty!" You know, like,
Yeah.
like, we were bonding.
Yeah.
It's just that moment to me. It was just, I only hold him accountable for that moment, for just knowing how I felt about something.
Yeah.
And still making me feel it.
Yeah. It's just. Yeah, I think since that situation, he's not very fond of the whole thing and really not fond of you.
Yeah, it's fine. I just don't even acknowledge his existence since.
That's
So
fair.
it's
That's
fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm regardless, it's like a situation like that. Like I still love you, Kitty. I do. Like, you're literally one of my best friends, and I've told you this multiple times that I'm glad we got close. You know, coming back than we were before,
Ooh.
and
But it just hurts me because I feel like I don't want you to lose out on a friendship with Ray, because I cannot help but still live in the past of how fun it was when the three of us hang out, you know?
yeah, I'll talk to her. It's just not right now. The wounds are still fresh.
Yeah.
You know me. I like to talk to people with a
And
level
you're,
head,
like,
then go in and
yeah,
with
I'm the
build up anger and say some things I might regret later.
Yep, I need to take a dose of your medicine, because I be speaking my mind when I'm so emotional.
That's fair, you know. And like, emotions comes from, you know, from anything. So it's how you.
Yeah, I'm like that with Max. Me and Max, like, literally butt heads all the time. But thankfully, we just have this friendship where we can calm down and be like, "I'm sorry." Like, he'll be like, "I've been tense," and I'll be like, "I'm also sorry."
I'm gonna lie, I thought
Super
Octavia was gonna shoot
emotional.
Gigi in the head. I kind of was here
It's
for
been
it.
nice. It's nice to have that kind of friendship.
Would have
It's
brought
nice to know
so
that I
much
can butt
spice
heads
in it,
with him
because
and
it would have
still-
probably insane. But he probably learned about, like,
you know, we
SK
both
wanted to
accept, like,
shoot
we
Kitty,
both aren't
but he
afraid to
doesn't.
apologize if we
Oh my
cross the
God.
line.
Right. Yeah, I
But
get.
I feel like we're gonna be feeling like this more. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, there's like unspoken rules in that house.
I was kind of
That is
surprised
just-
Max didn't really speak up to say much.
Max will always align with whatever April wants.
That's what I've noticed too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad one.
It's a disappointing one. 'Cause I-
Okay, that's a fair approach. It's a disappointing one
yeah,
for sure.
It's a disappointing one because I know he's smart. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing is. It's very eye-opening for sure moving forward. You know how.
yeah,
By the way, that key you gave me, was that mine or was it yours?
it was mine. Like I said, I was emotional earlier, but I do gotta go copy one.
I'll be honest. If you didn't show up here, I was gonna toss it in the water.
throw
I was
it?
gonna throw it. I was gonna do some Titanic. She can throw it, but you know, I'm happy you're here now. I was gonna be dramatic and throw the key. You know what I mean? But you know, we talked about it. I feel a little bit better.
Dramatic as fuck. We're
Yeah.
fucking dramatic as fuck.
I was gonna throw.
Bro, when I saw your car and I was like, I was literally calling.
I was
you in the
literally
house, I was
winding
like-
that bitch up, and then you came over.
I love you.
Love you too. And thanks for talking to me. I'm glad we had this talk. So, and I'm glad we can work through our issues for sure.
Always.
You call me if you need anything more, and we'll hang out. I'm just gonna
Put this in her top.
Just gonna think. All right.
I'm just gonna put this in here. Just gonna put that right there. Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll go get this copy.
You didn't have any pockets, so
Yeah. Thanks.
Of course, always count on it.
All right. I'll call you when I get the
Alright.
copy.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Josh, you didn't have any pockets. Where else was I supposed to put it? Her prison pocket? Anyways.
Bitch, I told you.